And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting rendition of Z1R Battle Royale. This is the top three of Router's Relish. I am Random Effect. I got Trenton with me in the commentator's booth. How you doing tonight?
Doing all right. This is an exciting battle royale. Final three. They've definitely earned it to get here after that last week's blazing seed.
Yeah. Most weeks have been blazing seeds. Why are these blazing seeds? You want to inform our audience that might not know about this particular battle royale that is happening.
Well, about 7 days ago or so, they were all given tonight's seed. And then they've had the past week to practice it out, figure out what route they're going to take. Maybe you're going to go swordless, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But, this will be very interesting to see how these runners have routed this, because it's named Router's Relish. It's all about knowing what you're capable of, what would be a good race strat, because sometimes the fastest strat might not be the best race strat. So we'll see what these runners have in store for us. As you can see on the tracker, we have given you some information already because this is a known seed to all of these runners. We wanted to let you guys know right away sort of where the levels are, where the swords are, where the Armos item is, and where the any roads are. As for the items, as they we'll kind of talk about them as they go into the levels. Some will be more important than others.
Because of the nature of this, we know every item in every level, so we know some of them they won't bother with.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no point in talking about an item that they're not going to go for particularly.
Yeah. So looks like we are going to get readied up here shortly and get this race underway. As we are talking, we got CaptainGreen7, Eunos, and the creator himself, Fred Coughlin, in this race. The last place finisher is eliminated from the tournament, and the top two will move on to the finals of this tournament next week.
The pressure is really on with this because everybody has complete information. So if anybody figured out something just a little bit better than you did, then that could change everything.
And it boils down to execution. Sometimes the seeds will be really difficult, and you got to decide: can you really go on low hearts in some seeds? And already we are off, and a little bit of a divergence from our runners just in how they're getting south, I guess. Well, no. Looks like Eunos is going south into the forest, and Captain Green and Fred are moving across the desert here.
All right, it's interesting. Will any of them be going for the Armos item just to get the boomerang for something? But two of our runners want the sword as fast as possible. Can't fault them for that.
Yeah, get that sword as quickly as possible. Eunos says, I'm going to get some money first, and then probably go get my sword. And here comes the bomb luck. Fred does not get it. Captain Green gets it. That is pretty big. According to these runners, that is very, very big. Fred needs to kill a bit more enemies to try to get his bomb drop on the 6 and 8 here. There it is. That's really nice. A lot of bomb dropping enemies right there in the desert. It's actually really nice for these runners. Fred getting an extra bomb drop.
It is. I'm curious to see if Eunos picked up that large secret for the sake of buying a candle, whereas the other runners think they're going to pick it up from a bonus cave or something.
I'm not sure, but CaptainGreen7 is going into level 7. Fred is right behind him as Eunos is making his way through the warp tunnels to the Lost Woods, or the Dead Woods, excuse me. He looks like he might be going up to level 1 first. That's an interesting divergence in route here. What does level 7 contain for us? Should we spoil it? I don't know.
Let's let him get there.
Okay. Well, they're going into level 7 for a very particular purpose.
Well, one of the things you'll know inherently is they're either going after a quick Triforce or a required item, because you're not going to go after a non-required item unless it would make a significant difference in some other fashion. So the any key, obviously not required to complete a run, but maybe if it's a key-starved seed, you're going to pick that up.
And one thing you can notice about this flag set is the text is moving a lot slower than you're probably used to. That is intentional. Just like playing the vanilla game, we are at normal text speed, as you saw on Fred's side.
So as people may be coming in and didn't hear our intro, with this what do we call it, round matchup type of Battle Royale, they have the seed already. They've had it for the last week, so they know exactly where everything is, and it all comes down to how you route it and how you execute your route.
Exactly. Yeah, this is top 3 of a tournament series, which we're calling the Battle Royale. It was created by myself and Redbird Grad in a Battle Royale style to have like little mini tournaments, and the last place finisher on each week is eliminated until there's only one winner standing.
Eunos is our first runner to pick up a Triforce.
Yeah, Eunos gets Triforce in level 1. He also picked up a bomb pack in there, so that kind of eliminated the random bombs element that these other runners kind of had to go through. We saw Captain Green and Fred Coughlin getting through this Landmola room, and there goes Captain Green picking up the item in level 7. It is the Power Bracelet. That's interesting.
Just getting the tracker up real fast. Also, Eunos did pick up the blue candle from a shop, so he did route that big secret for the candle, like I was wondering.
Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting little divergence from these runners potentially as it moves through. Other thing you're seeing on the screen here is red and blue bubbles. We are playing with second quest enemy sets in this. So those red bubbles could be a pain coming up. We'll have to see. Fred Coughlin picking up his power bracelet as well, as Captain Green is finished with level 7, gets that Triforce and is out. In this Battle Royale, we have a random overworld. In this case, it's going to be second quest overworld. We have shapes, dungeons, second quest monsters, and all 8 Triforces are required, and killing the pig is required as well.
So they will have to get the bow, the silvers, and Captain Green showing off that the recorder was in fact required in this seed, as
Power
you
bracelet
needed to get to the level. Didn't I lost Hills? I'm sorry.
Yep, and the power bracelet, yes, was required. He got into level 2 here. And Fred Coughlin finishing up level 7. Eunos entering level 7 now. So this is going to be... I'm wondering how this is going to pay off for Eunos versus these other runners. Eunos getting down to a pretty low health in level 7, getting a little scary. Fred going to take a refill here. Nice block clip from Eunos there. All the other runners did the exact same thing. Got to get these through these beefy Landmolas through this shutter door to get what they need. Man, this Landmola's not playing nice.
It does have that candle, so it can be helpful against Landmolas, but only if they're being cooperative, and they've got a knack for not being cooperative.
Oof, that was close. Captain Green finishing up level 2. It had the ladder, by the way. We're going to see if that is actually required in the seed. I know the answer to this already, but we're going to see if it's required or not. He's picking it up, though. I believe Fred's going to pick that up as well, or already has, yes. And he's going to finish off level 2 as well. Eunos making his way through level 7.
So I think this is one of the early areas where we're seeing route divergence, as Captain Green is going to use this ladder to go to the coast item. And Eunos just has, from what we're seeing, put that off as he picks up the power bracelet.
Yeah, so I imagine Captain Green and Fred are going to get that red candle on the coast there as their fire source, whereas Eunos already picked up the blue candle. He will not be doing that.
Eunos also has a little bit of extra money to play with because he picked up the big secrets. So purchasing bombs, I suppose, was also on the table.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, Eunos. That hurts.
Yeah, deaths are not going to be very forgiving in this one.
No, not at all. That is very unfortunate. He was just down to a little too low of health, and that gel just moved right into his way. All right, so Captain Green's going to move into level 5 here. And I do believe we will not see the item in level 5. Oh, Captain Green. Maybe just want to dip into that room to get the Wall Master to go back up.
I think you're off by a level on what levels they're going to get items from. This wouldn't go well without the item at a level 5.
Oh, well, we'll see. Maybe, well, I got my info from Fred himself, so maybe I got something wrong here.
Alright. Everybody working their way through their respective dungeons. Are you required or not? Apparently you're not, Mr. Stoutpost.
We're seeing that ladder come into play here on Captain Green's side, trying to do this ladder clip across the tea room. And where is Fred now? I didn't see.
I think 4? I thought he was back up in the northeast. Well, no, he went to the Any Road, I think. So he could literally be anywhere.
Okay, I didn't see.
Captain Green got the bomb upgrade, so that's nice for both refilling.
Oh, I know where Fred is. Fred is in level 1 here. This is level 1. And yeah, Captain Green getting the bow out of 5. That is a required item, so I apologize. Fred told me level 5 was an irrelevant item.
Yeah, I think the one you were probably looking at was 6.
Okay. No, I checked his notes. He told me level 5 was irrelevant. So, I blame Fred. Let's hope that Fred doesn't forget that.
Fred.
Alright, so yeah, Fred clearing that forced 6 blue Wizrobe room to get the Triforce in level 1. And Captain Green is making his way towards level 1, so just a little bit of a divergence in the routing. Did level 1 before level 5, level 5 before level 1. There you go. Eunos getting the ladder out of level 2.
Yeah, if Fred found a way to do this one bowless, I would have questions.
Yeah. And there's some activity in chat that's saying, did Fred skip the items in level 1? And did Eunos as well? Yes, they both did. They are not relevant for this seed. By the way, they are the recorder and the heart container.
Now, if you're thinking, what about the white sword item? That one's not really relevant either, so they don't need hearts for that.
Nope.
If they're not picking up extra hearts, though, it tells me that perhaps they're planning on the red ring being a pickup.
Yeah, potentially. Or they just want to go low hearts. I know, I mean, these runners are no noobs to the randomizer and to the game here, and they can go on low hearts.
Well, the good news is Fred did not think that level 5 was irrelevant in his playthrough, and he does.
That's good.
The bow.
That's good.
He was just throwing you off. He was trying to spread misinformation to his opponents or something.
That's terrible. All right, so Fred picking up level 5's Triforce here. Eunos, I believe, is in level 5 as well. So all our runners doing a high five for a quick second.
In a shocking piece of information, we know that Ganon will not be in his room.
Actually, sorry, these are just the same color. I don't think actually Captain Green's not in level 5. He's in level 1. My bad. High five! Thank you, 7.
Nice.
All right,
this, by the way, would not normally be the nicest starting location, but I think having this any road right next to them actually makes it pretty nice.
Yeah, and that you had to have the power bracelet anyway for level 2 does make it really nice. Getting word that Captain Green might be inside of level 4 here, and I do believe that's true because Fred's in level 4 as well, picking up the wand. And so, yeah. There go our runners, and Eunos is inside of... I don't even remember. He might be in level 5 now.
Red takes a death to Gliok after he had picked up the wand. Wand obviously not required to complete the seed, but Red picking it up apparently quick enough to get to it, and you know it's a combat advantage.
Yeah.
That's a tough room for a Gliok fight. You just don't have a lot of room to work. Captain Green chooses a potion from his first choose any.
That's kind of nice. That could be very helpful in certain areas of the game here. It might not. That may mean he's not going to go after the red ring. Ooh, Fred down. Oh no.
Second death to that Gliok.
That's not good.
Also, another slight divergence. Eunos, as he picks up the bow, passed on that bomb upgrade. He didn't have enough money for it, like Captain Green did when here. So, I guess feeling a little more confident about forcing bombs along the way. That or Green just decided it was easier to pick it up for the refill.
Yeah. All right, so Fred's going to go in for round 3, I think, and Eunos picks up his Triforce out of level 5. Captain Green picks up his Triforce out of level 4? I'm not sure. We'll look. No, he's not in level 4. He's in level 8. That was level 8 for Captain Green.
Level 8 did have the magic key and the raft.
I think a lot of these dungeons have the similar color palette. It's throwing me off. Oh man, Fred, again. It's not kind. And here we go with Captain Green. I believe he is in level 3 now. And he will most certainly be picking up the item in this dungeon.
It would be very surprising if he didn't. I wonder if that other runners have not come to this dungeon specifically because of this fight, because clearly we can see with the compass that Gliok is guarding the path to Triforce.
Yeah.
Red in a rough spot here with just a heart.
Oh no!
He didn't get out of the room. I don't think it counts.
Nope. He'll have to fight that all over again. And yeah, this is very interesting, Fred's pathing here. And there we go on Captain Green's side. He is picking up the silver arrow in level 3, doing a quick up and A, and he will go right for the Triforce. Yeah, Fred needs some hearts. I think he's going to up and A until he can get some hearts and fill up. Zarnax42, the creator of this Battle Royale, is saying that this Gliok is not actually required, which is very interesting.
I just looked over to the dungeon map. There is actually a path if you're willing to go to the west. It's got several more rooms. I don't know if one of those is something that Fred's worried about more than the four-headed Gliok, though.
Yeah, maybe.
But it is
maybe it's got some combat in there that he doesn't want to face. But Captain Green is out of level 3. He's got his Triforce, and he is moving into level 6. Going to clear out the rest of Death Mountain and going to get his, hopefully, 8th and final Triforce. Eunos is making his way over towards level 3 and is following right behind Captain Green. So, not surprisingly, the person that hasn't taken a death is the one that I think is in the lead.
And Fred does clear out the Gliok that time.
There we go.
So is he the one who took that path? Okay. So Fred's got his Triforce. Captain Green's got all 8 Triforce.
Yeah, quick level 6 there, and he is on his way to level 9. Eunos clearing out level 3 here. And we'll see what Fred decides to do.
There's going to be the silvers for Eunos. Captain Green has done very well with this Router's Relish that we've seen. Put out an outstanding performance last week and running strong again tonight.
Yeah, this room with the Wizrobes and the red bubbles is really painful. And with beefy red Wizrobes, they are beefy. Eunos got Triforce 3. He'll be moving on to level 6, I'm sure. And meanwhile, Captain Green's in 9 here, moving forward. Gonna search for that pig. Not sure if he's gonna search for an item or not. Nice candle bound strats, only taking the half-hearted damage there.
I believe the path he's on is a beeline to Ganon.
For sure. And here we go. They're in shape, so this dark room means we've got Ganon in the river room.
Not the nicest room he could be in, but not the worst.
Yeah, it definitely could be worse. Remember, he's got that potion, and he's got it ready. If he goes down below 4 hearts, he might do it, but he's got a nice stun lock right now.
Oh yeah, set up well for this. Few more slashes.
Nice.
And bacon is served. Fred firing a little bit of a candle blast into our nice NPC, giving us to choose any.
All right, Eunos
a little bit
is
of his
in
revenge for this seed.
Eunos is into level 9. For those that are just joining, why is this seed going so dang fast? The Router's Relish is a battle royale, which these runners have gotten this seed 1 week ago and have had 1 week to plan out their route through it. So it's kind of like just doing a different any percent, where you kind of know where you're going and where everything is. And meanwhile, Captain Green finishing up here in first place. What a great time.
Just absolutely killed it. Did it deathless, I think, and
yeah, deathless, and it shows. Finishing in first place with a time of 19:35, sub 20.
And joins us now, Captain Green GG.
Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful race. You were the only one to do it deathless.
That's been the secret of advancing every week. I mean, there's not a single week in which running deathless would not have advanced you.
Meanwhile, we got Eunos with a nice stun lock on Tingle there. Nice. And Fred has finished up level 3. Eunos has the pig down and is now making his beeline for the finish line. Fred, unfortunately, took a lot of deaths to a Gleeok in a level that apparently was not required. And so just was a bit stubborn there, and unfortunately it cost him.
Yeah, I purposely routed it out. It means you skip the wand, but honestly there wasn't a lot of combat past that level, except Wizrobes, which it wouldn't be helpful for.
Yeah, and get your GGs out in chat. Eunos is done in second place. Moving on to the finals next week against the one and only Captain Green here. Eunos finishing in second place with a time of 21:11.
Captain Green, we've seen on stream here 2 great performances out of you the last 2 weeks. What is it about this set or a battle royale that you think agrees with you so much?
Well, it's a lot more close to a normal vanilla up A run than it is to a randomizer run, since it's just, you already know the route, it's just executing correctly. And the most important thing that I realized after the first couple of weeks was to make the route race safe. Because Zarnex put together a couple of really cool vids for the first 2 weeks where you could see what other people were doing. And honest, like, that's been my main concern, like when I'm routing the new seed every week, is to just make it competitive, but still something that I know I can clear deathless in a high pressure situation.
Did you give any thought to running this one swordless?
No. the problem was that White Sword was buried in 9 and Magical Sword was 13 hearts, so skipping would not have provided any advantage.
Yeah, for those that are wondering, level 9 was housing the Red Ring and the White Sword. Both things that would have been very helpful in the seed.
Yeah, just not in a place they could have been picked up reasonably.
Yeah, indeed. Fred has Triforce level 6 as he is into level 9 right now, making his way towards the pig with 5 hearts and a wooden sword. You know, nothing to worry about.
Does have the full red potion, though.
He does. And I do love that we got 3 different Ganon sprites going on from these 3 runners.
Well, you know, somebody has to restore the proper order, get us back set to where Ganon's taking over. Stuff
Indeed.
like that. Gotta release him.
Yeah, with Fred playing as the Gibdo sprite, he is killing Zelda and saving Ganon. And there down goes Zelda. I don't know what to say with that. We've got
Hugs?
We've got hugs. Yeah.
Eunos snuck in on us. I didn't hear the Discord ding. GG Eunos.
Thanks. Good game, Captain.
Thank you. Good game.
Yeah, it was a really nicely run race. It was really cool to see sort of slight divergence in the level ordering and kind of how you did the overworld. It was just that death Eunos took in level 7 to the almightiest of gels that really was the time difference there. And Fred took a bunch of unfortunate deaths to unfortunately be the eliminated one here. But it's going to come out with some sweet points for our end of season tournament that's going to happen in just about 2 months. So GG's Fred. It was a wonderful tournament for Fred, getting 3rd place here.
So, Eunos, you're getting ready to go to the finals of this against Captain Green. You've seen him put up a lot of good times, especially these last 2 weeks. What are you thinking going into that match?
Well, to see what the seed is, Green's run some pretty clean runs. My route was supposed to minimize risk, but that gel in the door is pretty special. It's not like it's the first time something like that's happened either. It's going to avoid stuff like that. You know, this last one's going to be probably, unless there's like a free red ring, you know, it's just going to be whoever doesn't die.
Yeah, that seems to be the tail for a lot of these. I've noticed.
Yeah, and routing for that, you know, it's a game. It's a game of you know, like, I'm sure, you know, there's some fear that like somehow, you know, you've got a route special to beat me or something because I've got, you know, good vanilla time or I got good movement or whatever. But like, you know, when I am routing one of these, I'm in fear of Captain Green because if there's potential for a swordless section of the run where it can save time, he's at an advantage there.
Yeah, I feel like just like I mean, sort of like in the vanilla game, you kind of have this risk reward type system going on that you really have to play to. And it's like, all right, do I want to take the gambles? Do I want to take the risks that I have, or do I want to play it a bit safer but lose a bit of time? It's kind of up in the air.
Yeah, and the story, you know, we had 6 weeks leading up to this race to learn that really minimizing risk is a big factor.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the people who went out and lost, they lost because, you know, they died or whatever. Something went wrong.
Yeah, but some people are all about that go big, go home.
Yeah. But and that's what we're going to see next week, probably. A
Couple notes real fast. Fred said part of what happened for him was in level 7, count had gone wrong, and he didn't get a bomb drop he expected. And of course, he's not the biggest fan of Gleox right now.
Is that why he went through Gleok? I didn't notice that he didn't have any bombs.
I think what he's referring to is that there's a potion that you could bomb into right next to 7, so
okay,
it would have made level 4 a lot safer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now,
All right.
Did you route around that Gleok, Captain Green?
I did. But
Yeah,
personally,
me too.
I timed it out, and it was no difference for me, at least, going either way. So I
Yeah.
went the safer way.
Yeah, I figured it might have been even a little bit faster, and it really depended on other factors, like if you take the wand and then you use it to speed up other parts of the run, that it could have been, that's probably where the difference would have been in time save, but it wasn't worth it at all, not to go through that Gleok.
Yeah, at least for me. Like, I died to that Gleok enough times that I said, no, that's not going to happen in a race situation.
In my first playthrough of the Seed, when I got the wand, I got into the hole using a green head boost into the hole, so I took 3/8 heart getting in. And then I got the wand and I came out, and I fought that Gleok inside the spiral and didn't take a single hit to kill it. And I thought, there's no way that's going to happen again. And it didn't. Next time I like died 2 more times running through the Seed before I just routed it out.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, any final thoughts on this one?
I don't think so. I mean, just thanks everyone who put this together, and thanks everyone for watching. And I won't hold up the reveal stream for a Swiss round 5.
Reveal stream.
Yeah, we're gonna head on over. Thank you to both of our runners. Well, not both of our runners. Both of our runners are in here for talking with us, Eunos and Captain Green. Thank you as well to Fred for putting on a good show. Wonderful 3rd place finish for him. And yeah, we are going to be moving over to Crimson Avix for the Zelda 1 randomizer main tournament Swiss round 5 reveal show that's going on. So thank you all for tuning in to this Battle Royale series, and everybody for participating in it and liking it. It's been really great. Thank you to Gary and Old Wolf in the background and Rando Mania Network. We do appreciate it. Trenton, why don't you take us off?
All right. Hope everyone had as much fun as we did. Let's find out how these Swiss matchups go for the next